fucking... Oh, there we go. Okay, okay, everyone. And welcome back to Doki Doki World of Dreams Act 2. Sorry for a minor blooper there. OBS was lagging.
Yeah, welcome back to Neck Snapping Simulator 2023.
Yeah, we kind of had a bit of a moment last time around where Natsuki nearly fucking killed herself, but because I think everyone in this godforsaken game is on the brink of doing that at any fucking second, and if we don't walk on eggshells, we'll end up with a bunch of corpses. So...
As long as there's only one person who's not a corpse, it's all okay.
Jesus. But it's fine. Natsuki's come around now. She's okay, mostly. She's pissy, but she's fine. She's not dead. So, hey, we got that going. We brought her into the fold. So, dear God, I can only imagine what is going to happen with Yuri. I'm scared. Please hold me. All right. Getting right back into it. Right, let me quickly look through the history. Right, so if we're having Natsuki join in, I guess we're just going to exchange theories once everyone else is here, so... Natsuki looks a bit curious by this, but she isn't the only one. Kozue and Yai both approach, their earlier fear and nervousness replaced with a hint of curiosity. Oh, right, since I got a minor complaint about them, I'm going to turn down the music just a bit more. Program something in? What do you mean? I indicate the furnishings all over the room. See these? They weren't here when Monica first programmed this room into existence. She added them in using the computer afterwards. Well...
You mean, we made them.
Yeah, you made those. I don't know much about computers, but that makes sense. And those rooms? I put over to the 3 rooms at the other side of the classroom. Sayori and Monica figured out how to program those in earlier this week. I guess at this point it's no longer a space classroom and more like a space house.
Yeah.
So Sayori wouldn't have to sleep on the couch or piss in the corner. I turned to Meiji then, noticing he hasn't spoken in a while. And his cheeks are more filled now, so he's doing a bit better. How about you, man? Interested? He nods slowly. Everything okay, man? Your place is done. Okay. Great, he can't speak, so I guess he's just gonna be the mute protag for a while.
Mute Meiji.
Hurts?
Mute.
He nods apologetically. Right, of course, don't worry about it. You'll get some rest. I'm sure Sayori killed me if I made you talk. Well, I guess that's kind of my fault, because I made him scream all the goddamn time, so maybe that's on me. Probably is. Yeah, actually, it is on me. Like everything else, actually, considering my raging anger issues seem to get everyone in a whole heaping lot of trouble. Also, this music is weirdly cheerful for the kind of scenario we find ourselves in. But I'm sure it's nothing. Need a pen and paper pad, or maybe it'd be faster to text? He smirks and rolls his eyes. Right, we'll just work it out, won't we? Speaking of sore throats, god damn it. Okay, everyone, let's go program in some new chairs. I do not have throat cancer, shut up. She walks over to the computer desk and sits down waiting for Sayori. Sayori walks over with Meiji. Eventually we're all crowded around the small glowing screen. Because that's what we do. We watch people program. Because that is totally not the most boring thing in the world.
Yeah.
Monica and Sayori both take over, opening a program called World.wod. World.world, basically. I catch a brief glimpse over the file size and Monica makes the mouse hover over it. Holy shit, it's massive! Hey, why don't we program some kind of wheel tray so that Mori can wheel this to it instead of having to carry it? Good idea. Just like they have in restaurants, right? Oh yeah, just turn Mori into a goddamn waitress, why don't you? Pretty much. I leave them to it, watching as they scroll through some very unusual looking code. Eventually I see them reach a section of the document where I see thumbnails of various items. Now let's see here. Monica, where would the trace be under, do you think? Probably under the T. Monica moves the mouse to a search icon near the top of the screen. I wonder if this is the coders silently venting about all the coding they had to do into this mod.
Yeah.
It probably is, considering this thing took like, what, 2 years? So, probably a lot of coder angst in these sections. Let's try tray first. She types it in, but since the interference is in English, she types it as tray. Haha. Oops, Alex? No, I mean, I can't blame her. The English is fucking retarded. I reach down and type in the actual spelling. A number of different styles and types of trays appear on the screen, and Monica scrolls down. It takes them a little while, but in the end, both girls find the type of... Wait, why are they programming in English anyway if they're Japanese? What fucking sense does that make?
Because the game was made in America.
Oh, Renpai would probably have, like, a Japanese language setting, right? They just use
I
that?
have no idea.
Because I'm assuming that that's what they're using. They're using Renpai.
Well, you can't make code. You can't automatically translate code to different languages.
Fair enough. I guess there's no bot to do that shit.
Ah.
It takes them a little while, but in the end, both girls find the type of tray they're looking for. I'll watch it appear in a burst of static in the center of the room right on top of the carpet. Monica quickly rolls that out into the kitchen while Sayori continues searching. The rest of us watch with interest. Really, what is so interesting about coding exactly?
They just made something out of nowhere, and apparently they can wheel it into the real world. That's kind of scary.
Honestly, what would you do if you had that kind of power? Other than program in Monica.
So many guns. So many goddamn
guns. You already have, like, what, 40? Above
42,
40,
but I need more.
I should probably not mention that or YouTube Selma will kill me.
Well.
Natsuki's the most curious of us all, to my surprise. I mean, she's the one whose world was nearly snapped, so... So, where'd you get those rooms from? The ones over there? He points to the 3 doors on the opposite wall to the windows. We've found some houses and figured out how to copy the rooms and paste them here, for lack of a better phrase. Okay, so they didn't just yoink random rooms from random houses.
Plagiarism.
And make people homeless. It is plagiarism, isn't it?
You wouldn't download a house.
God damn it, so you wouldn't download a car, would you?
Apparently they would.
A fucking advertisement, that ad campaign was a fucking fire, man. I actually saw some of those ads when I was like 15 or something. Oh, God.
They've been around.
Anyways. Oh, I wonder if my room is in there somewhere. You want me to look for you? No! Okay. Then why did you ask?
Curiosity.
Fair enough, but yeah.
She doesn't want them to see all the naked body pillows.
Or the manga collection. That is probably... Actually, that shit's probably burnt down to the ground, actually, I come to think of it. Her vehemence startles everyone, and she immediately looks apologetic. It's fine. You have other things to look for, right? Like the chairs? Right! She begins searching for different types of chairs. Monica comes back and resumes helping her look. Just then, Yai speaks up. Hey, just curious, but wouldn't it be easier to program in a new room where we can all sit and eat a table? This room looks a bit small now. I mean, yeah, no, because, like, we're bringing everyone into the goddamn fold. Like, for 4 people, it works fine, but, like, now we got, like, what, 7? Alright, so we got Mori, Natsuki, Monica, Sayori, and Meiji and Alex. And Yai, of course, I didn't want to count her. That's, like, 7, right?
Yep.
That's 7. How the hell did we think of that? I look around the room briefly, and she's right. Point over at the wall with the chalkboard on it. That wall is some empty space, and people can program something in there. Sarah and Monica look at each other. It's worth a shot, right? Sure, let's look. They search the different houses and eventually settle on one that will fit all of us. More plagiarism, yay! I nod Yai in gratitude for coming up with the idea. She needs the recognition so she knows that she is useful to the team, even with simple things like this. I mean, we need her to know that she is, she's a recovering abuse victim, so yeah, she probably does need the support. Seriously, I wonder how other YouTubers are going to cover this without getting their entire goddamn channel demonetized. With a burst of static, a new door appears on the other end of the room. And, like, I'm lucky because my channel is so tiny. I don't think YouTube even knows I exist, so...
You can't demonetize $0.
I guess I'm just going to stick to my day job. I stand up straighter, as does everyone else. Inhaling deeply, I walk over and push open the door. Well,
That's interesting.
A bit extravagant. Did we just... Well, we probably yoinked this from, like, a Chiba place, didn't we?
Who knows? Oh, fun fact. I talked to Morbius, like, last week, and offered, hey, they're going to see if they want any more of my stuff for the next mod. He didn't he looked at the kitchen idea and said, "Damn, they should have used that." But oh well, because I made a kitchen for Moss too. So hey, I
Alright.
could have had another room in there, but we'll see for Act 3. I told him I'm
Did
completely
he say
willing to
anything
do
about? Did he say
whatever.
anything about when Act 3 was going to come out, or does he not really
No,
say?
they're all currently on break.
Yeah. Okay.
There's
No. Considering they just finished Act 2, maybe I shouldn't be too needy. But
they're not getting paid for this, so give them some time.
Yeah. No. No. Of course. They can take up the time they need. I mean, I would be fine if one new mod came out every 2 years, 2 or 3 years. I can wait that. That's fine. Maybe I'll have my driver's license by then. Oh wow.
Ha.
Monica and Theo's choice is really fitting. And the best part is, there's a kitchen attached. Just don't let Sayori near it. Hey, Mimi! Yep, it's just teasing Sayori like always. Loving it. The moon lifts again as we all chuckle softly. I gotta say, nice choice though. Now the question is, how's dinner coming along? I'll go check. No, that look. That... What is it about that face?
The sassy bun.
Also, is that fucking Monica's hand?
Um.
To the right?
Yeah.
To the right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Funny, I mean, they're working on updates, so that's probably removed by the time the full final version comes out. I'm still playing the first version that came out, so...
Uh-huh.
The bugs that I experience, you may not experience when you eventually get to download this, which I highly recommend, by the way. Really good so far. I mean, you don't have to run a channel, so hey, you can play it in your own time. Monica heads back out to Meiji's house. Oh, and she's gone. Sarah looks around with a grin. Hey, Kozu-chan, Yai-chan, wanna go exploring with me and Meiji? Both girls slowly nod. Great, come on! I walk off to explore the newest addition to the Space Classroom, or Space House, really. I mean, it has a fucking kitchen at this point, might as well just be called Space Infirmary.
Yeah.
With the young couple leaving me with Natsuki. So, snapped many necks recently?
Yep.
Sorry, that's... Oh god, that's...
Know any good chiropractors?
That's a really poor taste, I'm sorry. She doesn't look too excited about all of this. I decide that since this will probably be the only time I can get her truly alone to try and talk to her. This is a lot to take in, I know. I'm sorry we're just throwing this all at you at once. She doesn't respond, just does everything in her power to look around at everything but me. Well, great, she hates us. That's good to know. Okay. She looks at me, then a small word found on her face. Yes? Is there something on your mind? There's too much on my mind, really. Although, I'm just wondering why you didn't tell us sooner. I can guess why I wasn't on the list of people to tell, but not Yuri. Bad idea. Just trust me, bad idea. I don't want Miss Stab Happy to ravage the Space Classroom. That could be a problem. Oh, Jesus. I mean, I'm pretty sure she doesn't have a beta, alpha timeline. She would have an alpha timeline memory. She probably has two memory files, right?
Oh, I'm sure she does, yeah.
Yeah, and also I did some talking to the musician, and I kind of figured out why Sayori wasn't affected. Because, I mean, yeah, she's dead in this timeline, so of course she doesn't have memories of this timeline, because she's supposed to be dead here. Which, you know, fair enough. That's probably why the only memories she has are Act 1's. I did some speculation on Kozue as well. Like, I figured that because she was maybe in the nearby, in the premises of Sayori's house when the reset happened, that might have been it, but I'm not entirely sure. Because, like, how come she's around in both timelines, so she would have two memory files, I'm assuming.
There's something about her character now that's sus, but we'll find out.
Yeah, I'm sure we will. I'm just speculating. She's pretty smart. She could have definitely helped, even if she isn't as computer savvy. I've seen her learn the basics of a fictional language from those Lord of the Rings novels in a few weeks. I bet you can easily learn coding. She's good with languages, and computer code is a language, you know. Well, someone's praising Yuri all of a sudden. That is, it's probably not supposed to be Natsuri shipping, but that is totally Natsuri shipping.
That's literally Natsuki. Let's see, Natsuki and Yuri interact. Yeah. Is this a relationship?
The pigeon meme, yes. Exactly.
The butterfly meme, you ignoramus.
Well, yes, it's a butterfly, but the guy says, is this a pigeon? So that's why I called it that.
Wow. I don't even remember what the original text is.
Is this a pigeon?
I've never seen the show, and like 99.9% of memes, the original just gets
It
lost.
just gets lost. Yeah.
The original text is irrelevant. It's now the meme.
Yes, fair enough. I take a seat at the table and Natsuki sits opposite me, looking at me with a curious and slightly accusatory expression. Honestly, I probably could come up with 1,000 excuses, but I feel like they'll fall flat. Tell me anyway. Well, I mean, when I first arrived here, it's not like I had much time to plan out things. In retrospect, it was a stupid decision on my part, and now that Yuri is here the way she is now, I feel like it's too late to bring her in. You saw how she is this time around. But can't you change her file? We can try it, I suppose, but last time when Monica tried ending Sayori's depression before she attempted to... Well, Sayori's file turns it back. But back to the topic at hand, it's too late to tell you right now. I should have told her earlier, mostly because she saw through my lie, but right now, she's acting like a jealous yandere whenever she sees me with another girl. And that fight day, that was so completely unlike her. Even more unlike her was when she slashed at me outside the upstairs girl bathroom with her knife. I mean, she has definitely gone stab happy. This is not very Doki Doki.
Yep.
Natsuki looks very horrified at this revelation. She, what? I looked down, remembering the fear they felt when Yuri did that. What can we do to help her? I don't know, honestly. After seeing how you reacted to entering the space classroom, I'm afraid to bring Yuri in. I mean, yeah, Natsuki nearly snapped her neck. I'm willing to bet Yuri's gonna try to do the funny stab self.
Do the funny self-pendectomy.
Self-pendectomy?
The DIY appendectomy by Dr. Yuri.
Pin the knife on the Yuri.
Pin the knife on the Yuri.
Oh, God.
I guarantee you there has been a party that someone did that.
God damn it.
There is zero chance in the 8 billion people on this earth, not a single one of them has done pin the knife on the Yuri.
Pin the Yuri. Yeah, okay, yeah. The chances are definitely non-zero.
Correct.
Natsuki rubs her neck absentmindedly. I did hurt, yeah. What was I saying while that was happening? I remember talking, but not what I said. It's a line of dialogue that shows up in the original game when the player picks the Yuri route after choosing the Natsuki route on the first day. I briefly explain in further detail the play with me dialogue option that can show up, as well as the neck snap. Natsuki looks in complete terror. What kind of sick fuck makes a game like this? Dan Salvato!
Oh, Dan. Oh, Dan.
Danny.
Danny boy.
I decided not to say anything on what my understanding is on the reason Dan Salvato made this game. I don't think any of us really know. Anyway, I still can't believe Yuri would ever act like that. Well, she's under a great deal of stress, so much so that she self-harms. Hey, don't look like that. Anyone under the stress you've been in would easily feel mistrustful and angry at what Yuri was saying. That doesn't make what happened any less wrong on both sides, but still. What am I saying? I should be trying to comfort her instead of just berating her.
Oh, Alex.
You and your stupid anger issues, dude. Natsuki thankfully just nods and seems to take it in stride. I'll apologize to her tomorrow. Smile a bit. You really care for her, don't you? It's just... I don't... Looks away just then and nods after a few seconds. Look, we may fight about a lot of things, at least from what you've seen, but she's a club mate. I've known her since the beginning of the club. I know her tastes are different, but that doesn't mean I hate her. I'm glad to hear that. Nope. Natsuki blush. Natsuki doesn't reply, instead looking away again, face red with embarrassment. But her face slowly morphs into one of worry. You guys have any ideas on what to do next? That's what we're going to talk about after dinner. That, and hopefully learn more about coding so that Meiji and I can permanently separate. Alright, Dad, I can help there. I feel like... I wonder how long they're going to drag out Meiji and Alex being together, or Meiji and the player being together.
I speculate that by the end of this mod, they're either A, going to have separated, or B, have, quote, permanently combined.
Yeah, that's something to think about. I mean, they'll definitely want to permanently separate, but considering this is going to be dragged on for another 5-6 acts, yes, it is that long.
Yeah, they've been toying with them permanently merging too long. It has to happen at some point. But of course, then they fix it after, obviously.
I mean,
but
obviously, either that or they permanently, quote unquote, permanently separate, only to then, via plot contrivance, go back together because funny.
That works too.
Considering I have no idea how they're going to drag this thing out for another 6 full-length mods, but...
Wait, 6?
They're doing 8 acts of this in all. They're basically...
Holy shit!
They're basically doing the entire game, the entire base game 2 times over. That's basically what they're doing here.
How the fuck are they going to extend this for... I hope Morbius has this already written out and he's not pulling this out of his ass for the next 6 parts.
Trust me, dude. I was as surprised as you were when I heard that he was actually going to drag this out for 8 acts. I was like, how?
I feel like I was told this at one point, but I don't remember.
And this is only Act 2, so things can only go better from here. Oh,
this is going to create some enormous pacing issues. If there's 8 acts, Monica and the player, and Alex should not have gotten together this fast. Because what inevitably has to happen now is they're going to have something come between them in order to create character tension.
I mean, isn't it usually frustrating in most harems how the goddamn main character can never seem to pick a girl? I mean, there's harems that are being praised.
Well, that ain't what I'm talking about. I'm just talking general love stories. If this is Act 2 of 8, this is way too early for them to have become a thing.
Well, I'll have to discuss that with them later. See, I'm not sure if that's actually what they're planning, but that does seem the way they're headed, so we'll see. We'll have to see how this pans out.
Hey then, well, we're going to be doing this for another 10 years.
Well, I mean, would you be complaining, though?
Well, I would... I mean, it's kind of like Girls and Panzer at this point. Jesus.
Just then the door to the kitchen opens. Ah, there they are. Mori and Monica are both pushing in the metal wheeling tray with a large steaming pot of something that smells incredible. Beside the pot, I see a glass jug of ice water and a steaming platter of dinner rolls. Soup's on, everyone! Mori calls out loud enough for everyone to hear. Yep, of course. There's the first to run in, followed by a smiling Meiji, and then Kozo and Yai. Oh, they're all smiling. I stand and walk over to help grab the bowls being set beside the pot. I upset the table. Up too. Soon everyone is jointly setting the table with bowls, spoons, glasses, and napkins until eventually everything is set up. When it comes around and uses the ladle to dish up a healthy portion to everyone. Why are we going into so much detail as to how dinner is fucking served? I mean, I guess if they're going to stretch it across 8 acts, I guess they have to go into detail. I mean, Act 2 already in comparison to Act 1 is basically... Like, Act 1 in comparison to Act 2 is nothing. Literally.
Yeah.
Oh boy. But enough about that, because otherwise I could talk the whole episode about that. Who is walking behind Mori, carefully pours iced water into each glass. Ah, water on the rocks. The smells of a delicious beef stew fills the air as she does so. Monica takes a seat next to me on my left, with Yai seated on my right. Natsuki is still opposite me, and Sayori and Meiji sit on the opposite sides of her. Mori sits next to Monica, and Gozoe sits next to Meiji. Well, are we all ready? Itadakimasu! Everyone repeats the traditional Japanese blessing, and we begin to eat. For the most part, the meal is a silent affair, and most of us assumedly deep in thought in regards to the many situations we're finding ourselves in. While most of us eat slowly and thoughtfully, Natsuki is the sole exception, eating fast but with table manners. Yeah, considering she's been starved, that's not too surprising.
Yep.
Though the fact that she keeps manners at all is. To my surprise, she even requests a second bowl and finishes. That should not be surprising. That should not be surprising. Hello,
Tiny starved child.
I mean, hello, malnourishment. It makes sense. Yeah, okay. So then why is it surprising?
Because Alex is dense as fuck.
It makes sense to me since it's likely this version of our body hasn't had a decent meal in a while. So then why did it surprise you? Anyway, Monica eats her meal slowly, almost savoring the kind of meal her choice of diet has long denied herself. I see brief flashes of a smile occasionally appear on her face as she takes bite after deliberate bite. I mean, of course we're going to focus on Monica because because
she's a vegetarian.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, this is her choice. She decided, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to eat meat tonight.
Yes.
Eventually we're all finished. Looks like we might actually be crossing into the Thursday threshold with this episode, I hope, so... And from what I was told, Thursday is not much better.
Joyous.
How in the fuck they could make any of this even worse is beyond me, but I guess we'll see. I stand and gathering my dirty dishes. Okay, I can understand how some people complain about this being filler. It doesn't really feel like filler to me because it all seems related to the plot in some way.
Yeah.
I mean,
Act one was very filler heavy, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, sort of. But this might be filler, but it's still related to the plot, so it's useful filler.
You still gotta build characters. So if it's all action, you can't get attached to the characters. So yes, there has to be some of this.
Yeah, it serves a purpose. You know, it gets us attached to the characters and the world. So.
Yep.
Is everyone finished? Mm-hmm. Sorry, I raise her hand as she spoons one more bite of soup into her mouth. No. Everyone else? I receive nods and replies in the affirmative. Great, let's clean up and go back to the main room. There's a lot we should probably do and talk about. We all begin gathering up our dishes and placing them on the rolling tray. 10 minutes later, we're all gathered in the main space classroom, gathering in a circle around the corner coffee table. Well, gathering in a circle. God damn it, if this isn't fucking elementary school. I stand at the front facing everyone. Okay, so we have a few hours to kill. We all know the stakes and what is at risk. I know that's a lot to think about, but I'm afraid we don't have much of a choice here. Time is quickly running out for us. What should we focus on tonight? The group is silent, everyone thinking hard. Well, I know for me, I want to know why you say I was unaffected by coming into this place. It's pretty unnerving. Alright, that's a good idea. Might learn something from that. Natsuki starts to say something, but closes her mouth. Hey. Natsuki, what's up? I was just wondering if we could at least try and help Yuri through this thing. She indicates the computer. Before you go all off on me, I know what you said, Alex, and I know what I said earlier, but it just sounds like this is our only option. I don't know much about coding, but if we all have some file that affects us, I think we should try and help Yuri at least. I don't know. Look over at Sayori, who looks uncertain now. We can at least look at her file and see what's there. I know that's a major breach of privacy, and if we eventually tell her, I'll take full responsibility, but I think in this case her personal safety is at risk. If that makes sense. Alright, anyone else? We need to try and get into your character file, Alex. You're somehow able to use the console without needing the computer, and that scares me. Oh, right, yeah, we used the console last time around.
And probably deleted Natsuki's father.
Yeah, right. Well, we tore him to shreds from what I've gathered, so...
Yes.
We put him in the personal shredder.
Yes.
DHMIS reference. Me too, but I have a password connected to mine, remember? You have to at least try. Okay, that's a fair point. Anyone else have other ideas of what we can do? Once more, the room goes silent. After all, Monica sighs. I don't think we can add anything more to the list of things we want to try and work on tonight. Separation. Maggie's voice is a croak, and Sarah rushes to his side worriedly. Dude, wow. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love them. I love them. They're the cutest couple around. But holy shit, if Sayori isn't overprotective. Like, yeah, okay, sure. Care about your boyfriend, but I don't think he's gonna die, Sayo. Chill out. Shit, you're right. Really need to look into separating me and Meiji, so that I don't fuck up his, so that we don't fuck up his body any more than we already have. It's probably a good idea. With our constant anger issues, we were really just gonna fuck him over. I can't believe I forgot about that. Monica looks at me guiltily, but I put a hand on her shoulder. There's so much happening now, so don't worry about being a bit overwhelmed and forgetful. Meiji nods in agreement. I turn to him. Are you sure you want to be here for this? Your body's been through a lot today, thanks to me. I doubt anyone here would think any less of you if you went to bed early and rested your voice. He considers it briefly, then shakes his head. And please go ahead and take a bath. It'll help, I promise. He has a point, Meiji. You should at least do that. He looks between Monica and Sayori and sighs and nods. God damn it, teenagers. Teenagers with their recklessness. Come on, let's go. If they're both gonna have a bath together, that's just...
Oh boy.
Ooh. Sarah tucks on Meiji's blazer and pulls him towards the bedroom first. Let's get you some change of clothes. With Sarah and Meiji gone for the moment, I turn to the others. If any of you need to leave early at any time, please go ahead and do so. The less people know about this secret, the better. I doubt it would be easy to explain this to any of your parents. Natsuki looks scared at this, but I quickly turn to her. You're staying here tonight. Meiji's family has a few spare rooms you can stay in for them.
Everyone's fucking staying there.
I mean, considering the amount of people that have been brought in, I mean, but then again, Natsuki is definitely going to want to stay because, you know, daddy issues.
Yeah.
Who might also be dead, actually, so maybe she can go back. I don't know. I hope he's not dead. That would definitely be put on Alex. Yai's using one, but Meiji's sister's room is empty. So you can use that one if you want. I see her relax a bit in relief. Thanks. My parents are used to me coming home after dark, so I should be fine. I might leave in a couple of hours. The weather did say that the rain was going to get worse again tonight. I'll take care of the dishes before I join you, though. Alright, sounds good. Mori heads out, pushing the cart of dirty dishes back towards Mage's house. Alright then, is everyone else ready to get to work? Everyone nods and replies in the affirmative again. I grab my laptop and head for the couch. Let's put our hands to work, everyone. The night passes by, and after quickly setting up a timer so we can split the work up evenly, we begin. We start by looking through Kozue's character file first. For some reason, unlike the night before, her file appears normal. We scroll down to the memory lines. Alpha memory file and beta memory file. File not found. Huh. That's interesting. This thoroughly confuses the hell out of everyone. Yeah, the alpha one is obviously the one from WAD Act 1.
Yes.
With Kozue's permission, we thoroughly scour her file, trying to find anything that might be out of place or unusual. We don't see anything out of the ordinary. Near the end of the allotted time, Meiji rejoins us, looking better after a bath. The timer goes off, and we switch to look at Yuri's character file. We look at the values of the traits that contribute to her self-harm, her anxiety, and, on a whim, her jealousy. To no one's surprise, all these traits have gone up. Natsuki tries once more to make her case to try and help Yuri through editing her file back to where it can be manageable for the shy bookworm. Sayori takes a lot of convincing, but she agrees only if we edit it back to where it was before. I mean, I think the game is gonna do that anyway. Hesitantly, I try, only for the screen to freeze up when I try and save her file. 10 or 15 seconds later, I receive an error message. Frustrated, I try again, only to receive the same message. Error 451, unable to save file. Unable to do anything, we instead continue looking through her file, trying to find something that might be able to help us. However, since we're novice coders, we don't see anything. The most frustrated out of all of us is Natsuki. I hear her muttering to herself that she feels helpless. I silently sympathize with her as the timer runs out. It's at this time that Kozue and Mori both decide that it's time to head home. The storm outside is raging harder now, and both want to make it home before it truly breaks. After Monica walks them out and thanks them, she comes back and we all resume our work. Wow, a lot of black screen narration. This is a lot of telling and not showing, but I guess it's fair enough. In an attempt to give longer work time to the first two projects, we merged the last two since they're related. At first, attempting to open my character file is as unsuccessful as before. It still is requiring a username and password. Against my better judgment, I decide to attempt to log in using the various usernames I've had in the past. I already remember the username my file used since it had taken me 3 times to guess it in the past week. With two groups gathered around different computers, Yai, Natsuki, and Meiji around my laptop, and Sayori and Monica around the other, we attempt a few things. First, I retry all the passwords I know on my laptop. When that fails, Monica tries them on her PC, but nothing works. In the last effort to attempt to open my file, we scoured the entire game files, looking to find any kind of clue as to what the password might be. Oh, so we're playing an ARG at this point. Isn't that just fun?
Yeah.
When we find nothing, I almost am ready to give up and try again later when Yai comes up with an idea. She wonders what would happen if we try logging in simultaneously, each time using the same username and password. I feel like I'm surprised that this damn thing hasn't locked them out yet, considering the amount of times they've tried logging in. I feel like it won't work, but with time beginning to run out, we decide to give it a try. Almost immediately, we notice a difference in the way both computers act. Whenever we hit enter, both screens freeze for a moment and the modems get louder. On our 6th try, our efforts are rewarded by a window simultaneously appearing on both screens, informing us that the login was successful. Out of the corner of my eye, I see Ai smiling in a triumphant manner. Hey, you did something useful for once. Hey, look at that. She really is smarter than she gives herself credit. That's actually kind of cute. I cannot believe I just said that about Yai, but whatever. I make a silent promise to myself to help her rediscover that part of herself. When we continue our work, we then continue our work. I open Meiji's file and keep both of our side by side to compare. Monica does the same on my suggestion. We all scroll through the files as carefully as we can, and I pay close attention to everything. To our dismay, my file looks like any other normal character file when compared to Meiji's. We dutifully scroll through, though, just desperately trying to find anything useful. Finally, with about 5 minutes to spare, I go in exasperation and put my laptop on the table. This is so frustrating. My son outbursts startles everyone, but after a few beats, they all begin to agree. My head hurts. I don't think I've thought this hard since midterms. You're telling me. I can't even wrap my brain around this stuff. I'm not a good student after all. Well, I don't even know where we can go from here. Hey, it's okay, Monica. We at least got something done tonight. She's right. We got my file open, and Kozue's looks like it's back to normal. I mean, as far as the whole beta memory file not being found thing, but it might not be much, but it's definitely something. Progress! Yes, we're making progress, even if it's little by little. I notice Meiji's already nodding off. Well, I feel like we've exhausted ourselves tonight. We should really get to bed. Natty, I'll show you to Meiji's sister's room and see if there's any kind of pajamas she might have for you. Because apparently
There's not a chance in hell that what fits Yai and what fits Sayori and fits Monica is also going to fit Natsuki.
I mean, maybe
She's going to be swimming in it.
Maybe if she stands on stilts.
She could use a shirt as like an entire gown, like from head to toe.
She's not that small. Oh, okay, she is 4'11", but I mean,
yeah.
Okay, she is very tiny. That's besides the point. All right, I guess Aiko just likes to wear one size fits all clothing, which is incredibly convenient. Morby, I am really. How come that Aiko just has clothes for everyone? How has she not run out yet? Just a question for you, my man. I'm gonna take a bath. Lots of water in this mod. Monica, Natsuki, and Yai all leave the room. The baths, the showers, the raining. Just then, I remember what happened to Sayori when she saved me and Meiji back at school. Well, Meiji isn't looking at my man. After the others go to bed, stay out here with me and Monica. We need to talk about what happened earlier at school. Alright. I help Meiji to his feet into bed. After I'm finished, he immediately falls asleep, and Sayori and I walk back into the classroom, both of us silent. From outside the door, I can hear Meiji's bath running. After 10 or so minutes later, Monica returns alone. When she sees the two of us sitting on the couch, she walks over concerned. Hey, is everything okay? I'm motioning for her to sit. Sit down. There's something we need to talk about. Something what happened earlier. Nervously, she sits down and looks between me and Sayori. Clearing my throat, I tell her about the incident between myself and Yuri, all the way to Sayori rescuing me and nearly choking again. Sayori explains what happened from her perspective. It was my fault. I was taking a quick break and watching anime when I looked over and saw the code going crazy. I managed to open the other door to where Alex was, and I ran out to grab him. Monica was pale in horror, and I feel my heart drop. I started to choke on something, but I managed to pull Alex into the classroom. Why the fuck would you say that with a smile on your face? That is really distressing. I mean, I guess the saving Alex part is great, but the choking part isn't. She nerves her neck absentmindedly. Oh, that's a fun expression. Oh boy. Oh, Jesus. It's not even like 30 minutes in and we're already off to Drama Town. This is just fantastic. Monica closes her eyes and clenches her teeth in an expression of true horror. I mean, it is a horror game, so... I can tell she's fighting something as she opens and closes her mouth of Sayori's confession. Is she about to strangle Sayori? Because if that's the case, I don't care what any of you say. I'm gonna deck her. Fuck you. Okay, what's wrong? Monica twists Sayori, teeth clenched. Oh, never mind. I'm so sorry, Sayori. I'm sorry for hurting you earlier. I'm sorry for pushing you down when I came back. I never meant it, I promise. Wait, what? I'm confuzzled.
Same, actually.
I rub her back and look at Sayori sadly. Oh, right! That is just fantastic. She tried to hang herself too. I guess that. Hey, Monica? Yes? Yeah, exactly. Yes! Yes! That's something you should have done from the fucking start! The moment she told us she had a fucking spare, that wasn't a spare. I think that was just like... Well, was it a spare? I think it was.
I don't know.
I don't remember anyway. Please burn that fucking rope. Yep. I mean, do you really blame her at this point, man? Considering how much trauma that thing has caused, I don't blame Sayori for dropping an F-bomb. You go, girl. Monica's taken aback by her use of language again, briefly pausing and looking at her. Get it out of here and burn it, please. Can you use it on yourself? I'm so scared for you. Why didn't we burn it the moment we know it existed? That's my main question. I mean, I guess I could have served as drama up for this point, but fucking come on. Be smart! Use your brain cells, for fuck's sake. I was too. Monica's lower lip quivers and she covers her face with her hands, screaming out apologies over and over again. I'm so sorry, Sayori. I'm so sorry, Alex. I pull both girls close, with Sayori just clinging to me and crying again, of course. God, this hurts to see so much. I can't do anything about this except be there for them as best I can. After another while, both start to slow down. I promise I'll be a better friend to you. Please forgive me. Sarah looks it over the stone look at first. However, that slowly turns into a smile. Okay, despite your faults, you're my best friend. I would make a very good friend if I can't find it in my heart to forgive you. I know how stressful this is for you. Thank you. I know we don't deserve... Shut up for a second, okay? You totally deserve it. But, can you promise me something else? Anything at all. Keep it easy on me, G. This involves you too, Alex. He's suffering enough as it is. Please promise me. Yeah, that's why we're gonna work on trying to separate the two of us so that I don't have to put him through hell anymore.
Yeah.
It hurts seeing him like this. Monica and I look at each other, the looks on our faces reflecting that of the other. Guilt. I promise. I promise to. Claire looks between us. I'll be holding you to that, alright? She wavers just then and begins falling into my shoulder. I catch her. Excuse me, I'm extremely tired. Here, I'll help you to bed, alright? Monica helps her to her feet and escorts her to her room. I stand and stretch. The events of the day starting to get to me too. Let's finish off this day before we call it a day on the recording. I make my way to the bedroom. I almost collapse onto the bed because a lot of collapsing happens in here. Exhaustion pouring over me. After a few minutes, Monica shuffles into the room and directly over to me. She looks up at me with an uncertain look and approaches me. Are we gonna do the funny? Are we about to have the funny boing boing? The lack of reaction makes me seriously regret even saying that.
Oh boy.
Look, it's gonna happen at some point, right? Like, it nearly happened last time around, if I recall correctly.
Yeah, under the worst possible circumstances. Well, maybe not worst possible, but not great circumstances.
Well, it didn't end up happening. They were like, no, now's not the time, but still, the fact that was, oh boy. Alex, we're gonna make it through this, right? Please tell me we're gonna be okay. She comes over and lies next to me, lying her head against my chest. I don't care if it's a lie, just tell me it's going to be okay in the end. Reaching up, I place my hand on her head. Everything's going to be okay, I promise. You hear her gasp a bit. She reaches up and grabs into my shirt, clinging to it with a desperate grip. I really hope that doesn't end up being a lie. No, Monica, I'm not lying. We will make it through this, I promise. Thank you. I love you, Alex. Please tell me you love me too, even if it's a lie. Shut up. There you go, yep.
Yes.
Yep. Okay, you're having a very good time now, aren't you? I silence her with a deep kiss, wrapping my arms around her. She's briefly startled by this, but kisses me back. I'm starting to think this is going to become a romance mod at some point. After a while, I break the kiss and look at her. Asuna, Monica, I love you with all my heart and being. You're a good person, I can promise you that. Well, if she tries to be, at least. I'm not lying here. I deeply and truly love you. Thank you. That means more to me than you'll ever know. She leans her head against my chest. We'll be okay. We'll be okay. She repeats that to herself a few more times before she begins to relax in my arms. I cover the two of us in blankets. Monica, still in her uniform, is fast asleep now. Too tired to turn off the light in the dresser opposite from me, I close my eyes and drift off. Right. So, Thursday? Thursday, October 26th. Oh, God. I was told that this is even worse, so...
Okay, well.
I think we should end it. I mean, we're at 43 minutes. Do you want to continue?
Yeah, this is a good.
Yeah, this feels like a good stopping point. We'll stop it here. So we finally wrapped up Wednesday after all the turbulence that happened. We prevented a neck snapping. We did some more coding work. I'm probably gonna call this episode fucking coding lessons or something along those lines. This one is a bit shorter than the average so far, but I mean, when you find a good stopping point, you stop, alright? So, please join us next time as we head into absolute hell. That's what I've been told Thursday was. So, considering Wednesday is apparently nothing in comparison to Thursday, I'm scared. Deeply, deeply scared. So, catch y'all on the flip side.
Later.